How do? Ian Crawford, cutlery safety expert here. I work for the Steel and Cutlery Manufacturers, Allied Trades, Industries and Guilds Association, SACMATIAGA for short. And I'm helping to raise awareness about health and safety, especially the dangers of cutlery. So remember, think once, think twice, think fork, spoon and knife. I've had a lot of people contacting me through my official website, www.safecutlery.com. It exists. Check it out. They say, we understand the importance of cutlery, but Ian, why are you obsessed with cutlery safety? Well, listen, dear listener, let me tell you, it may seem like an obsession, but I would describe it more as a lifelong quest, more of a mission of good over evil, more of a chance to put things right that earlier on in my life may have not gone so well. I think I can confide in you. I think I can share my secret with you, safe in the knowledge you won't tell anyone else. And because the number of listeners to this podcast still isn't too high, mainly because you, dear listener, keep forgetting to share it with friends and family, then because listener numbers are still fairly low at this stage, therefore I think I can open the cupboard and reveal my skeleton, something I've been covering up for years. But the truth will out. If it means I must face the full force of the law, then so be it. So, to explain, I need to take you back to the 80s, the 1980s. In fact, back to the summer of 1984 when Ultravox and Wham were in the pop charts. Between me and you, forget Careless Whisper, it was a summer of careless cutlery. It was the time of big hair, power dressing, shoulder pads and the cassette tape. Let's zoom in a little. It's July 1984 and we're on the Yorkshire coast. Scarborough, to be precise. Now, some of you may be old enough to remember it was this exact time and location when the famous, much reported East Coast Holiday Hotel murder took place. They found the dead body of the young 16-year-old Frances Marie Turner, stabbed to death by a small teaspoon-sized blunt penknife or similar object. Whatever the murder implement, they found her bled to death on the hotel room floor in Scarborough in the summer of 1984. But they never found the murder implement or even the person who committed this horrific crime. What's this got to do with me and cutlery safety? Well, dear listener, put the bins out, make yourself a cup of tea, turn down the lighting and move closer to the speaker or cuddle up to your headphones and listen up as I am about to reveal all. You see, the reason I know so much about it is the murder victim, young Frances Marie. She was my cousin, and I was on holiday with her at the very time of her murder. Oh yes, well, the police commended me on my bravery and my ability to give a full description of the would-be likely suspect who I, the only witness, saw leaving the hotel room. They managed to use my description to provide the sketch of the wanted villain. They didn't seem to notice that my description combined the main features of Simon Le Bon from Duran Duran and Noel Edmonds from Saturday morning's TV popular show Multicoloured Swap Shop. They never found the murderer, and they never found the murder implement. But as I look over now, here, to my box of memorabilia, and think of the cold-stained steel teaspoon wrapped in a cloth that I have kept since that fateful day, I can't help thinking that maybe they weren't looking for the right person, or looking in the right places. Listen up. I really thought I saw someone leaving the room, but you know, the older I've got, the more the memories have started to surface, memories I've locked away until now. And like a plastic fork floating on a duck pond, only this didn't involve no plastic cutlery. Remember, plastic is drastic, keep it real with steel. Oh no, this involved a cold-blooded metal alloy teaspoon. Hey, we were great friends, me and my cousin. We went everywhere together. On that sunny seaside holiday in Scarborough, we had so much fun. Did we fancy each other? Did we kiss? Did we take things further? Why are you asking such perverted questions? The answer is no. Not really. Maybe the odd peck. Maybe one sweet lingering kiss on the lips just once. But no, she was more like a friend. We lived in the same town. We would accompany each other to the same Saturday night youth club disco each week. We would share warm cola and jelly snakes together while dancing and singing to ABBA or Soft Cell. No, she was a friend, my best friend, until it all went horribly wrong. Okay, so what caused my downfall? What set me on my lifelong mission to raise awareness about the dangers of cutlery? The answer? I'll tell you. It was a kite. A kite that cost us $3.99. We paid half each from our holiday spending money. Although, strictly speaking, she paid £2 and I paid $1.99, giving her a small but potentially significant majority share. Both sets of our parents had left early for a walk, and they told us to meet them mid-morning on Scarborough's wide open golden North Beach. I knocked on Marie's hotel room door, and as she answered, I stepped in with the kite in my hand and asked if she was ready to go. She said she was, but wondered if she could carry the kite this time. I said as a joke, no. What I was going to say was no, is what I have been saying all week, but today, Marie, the man from Del Monte says yes. But I never got chance to utter my quirky quip. As soon as she heard the first word no, she responded, I am the majority shareholder and I demand to carry the kite. Let me remind you, Ian Crawford, supposed friend of mine, that I paid £2 and you paid $1.99, so I instruct you now to hand over the kite. Without waiting, she lunged for the kite, and I instinctively pulled away and fell backwards, falling awkwardly to the floor and banging the back of my head on a bedside table. The pain and the shock made me feel afraid and ready to defend myself as she came at me, still dead set on grabbing the now half-broken, crumpled kite. I reached out in self-defence and grabbed the nearest object I could. I heard the clatter of the cup and saucer and felt the cold steel of a teaspoon. I grabbed it quick and held it towards her, pointing the handle end first, but she kept coming, leaping on top of me like a wild and crazy majority shareholder in a kite who wasn't taking no for an answer. And here is where time stands still. Here is the turning point, the point of no return, there at the end of the teaspoon handle. That is my point. I will never know if it was just her weight bearing down on me or if I thrust forward with the teaspoon handle, but the result was the same. She was dead in minutes. I must have panicked, maybe blacked out, I don't know, but one thing's for sure. The shock of what happened helped me to cover up the truth. It helped me to tell the police a pack of lies and helped me to bury this tragic cutlery-based death for all these years. I know, though, as these memories come bubbling back up after so long now, it's time for me to face the full force of the law. I can't run, I can't hide, I can't keep that stained bloody teaspoon wrapped in that cloth any longer. The guilt is too much. Out, damn teaspoon, out. Then again, I also wonder if my cousin Frances Marie was here today, what would she say? Ian, is that you? It's me, Frances Marie Turner. That's how she used to talk. Ian, it wasn't your fault. She was a kind of cross between Geordie and Scottish. Ian, it wasn't your fault. It was an accident. And anyway, what's my one life compared to all the lives you've saved with your highly important and highly engaging cutlery safety training workshops? Hey, you know what? She's got a point. But I feel better now the truth is out, and whether it was an accident or foul play, it's time for me to call in to my local police station and ask them to reopen the case of the East Coast Holiday Hotel murder. If the podcast ends here and there are no more episodes for 5, 10 or maybe even 20 years, you will know I've been arrested and I'm spending time at Her Majesty's pleasure in one of our fine prison establishments. You won't hear me moan or groan or grumble. Oh no, I'll take what's coming to me. But I will also do my best to help reduce cutlery accidents and injury inside prisons wherever I am. Oh yes, this could be the biggest thing to happen to prison safety since the Prison Reform Act of 1898. Hey, just to finish the story off, a holiday ended in tragedy. Weeks later we had the funeral, and a few more weeks later still, with the dark memories and truth buried deep and locked away until now, I finally felt able to go to our local Saturday night youth club disco, only this time on my own and without my cousin. And as the cold, silvery glitter ball spread its wondrous sparkle, I danced alone to the sound of Ultravox. Oh yes, I danced with tears in my eyes. As the strobe lighting flashed, I fancied for a moment, there by the hatch, selling warm cola and jellied snakes, I thought I spotted my cousin Marie Frances Turner looking my way, waving and smiling, but as I looked closer, my blood ran cold, because in her ghostly hand was a blood-stained teaspoon. But as quick as the image appeared, it was gone. The music changed, and on came Wham! And as I swayed and tried to dance, I realised I couldn't dance anymore. I realised I was never going to dance again. You see, my guilty feet, they had no rhythm. Though it's easy to pretend, now you, dear listener, know the truth. I should have known better than to kill a friend and waste the chance that I'd been given. So I knew then I was never going to dance again the way I danced with Marie Frances Turner. Hey, don't feel sorry for me. Oh no, I've lived a life and I've seen things you wouldn't believe. I've seen cutlery delivery lorries on fire on the motorway Hard Shoulder near Oldham. I've seen pallets and boxes of teaspoons glistening in the moonlight near the factory gate. All of these memories, like tears in rain, gone forever. So, there you have it, dear listener. It's a sobering tale and a warning to all. Please, please, take care with your cutlery. In fact, think once, think twice, think fork, spoon and knife, and whatever you do, please practice spoon sense, stay safe, but most of all, stay cutlery safe.